Hey, good morning, Choice Residential. Hope your day's off to a great start. Today, I want to talk about level two fireplace and chimney inspection. So, if you're not familiar with this, a level two inspection is when the company comes out and actually runs a camera up the fireplace, up the flue, so that they can see what's going on in those spaces. A level one inspection does not involve a camera. It's typically going to be the chimney sweep, just looking up there, maybe using mirrors, something along those lines. But they don't actually feed a camera all the way up the flue. And so one of the things I want you to be aware of with a level two chimney inspection utilizing a camera is that almost always it's going to come back with quite a bit of work that needs to be done. One of the most common things that they're going to discover during those inspections is that there are gaps and or cracks in the flue, in the mortar that goes up the chimney. And the issues with that is that they say combustible materials can live in those spaces and therefore a higher risk of having a fire. Years ago, I had a chimney sweep tell me that basically every home that has a fireplace and chimney for a wood burning fireplace is going to have those exact same problems because when the home was built, those gaps existed. And the municipal inspector is not running a camera up there when the home is built. So chances are immediately on day one after the home is constructed with a masonry wood burning fireplace, you're going to have those issues. And a level two inspection can't help but discover those. So then when that company gives the buyer a proposal, a quote to have the stuff repaired, it's going to have that. In fact, I've never seen a level two inspection come back with less than $6,500 worth of work to be quoted. Now, that's just my personal experience. I've seen dozens of these level two inspections over the years. That's the lowest quote that I've ever seen as a result of that. So you need to be aware of that as a listing agent, that if the buyer has a level two inspection, they're likely going to be sending you a quote, or at least they will be receiving a quote that includes a lot of that work. Now, sometimes there are legitimate repairs that need to be done, and everybody needs to determine for themselves what is legitimate and important to them. So that buyer may want all of those things done, but just have that information in your back pocket so that you can talk through that with the buyer's agent if you're on the listing side, because many agents aren't going to be aware of that. They are going to get that inspection report and think that this particular chimney, this particular fireplace has all of these issues, whereas most fireplaces are in fact going to have similar issues if they have a level two inspection done. So have that in the back of your mind. Just be aware of that. Now, if you're on the buy side and your client specifically wants a level two inspection, that's fine. You shouldn't try to talk them out of that, but you should make them aware of this as well and have some of those discussions with that chimney sweep when they're doing the level two inspection. Now, depending on the company, that chimney sweep who's coming out is as much of a salesperson as they are an inspector. And so they might be trying to sell the services that are needed. Typically, good quality, transparent chimney sweeps are not going to push a level two inspection. I've often been told that level two inspections are for when you anticipate or think that there could be an issue, maybe water intrusion or some other thing going on that gives you an indication there could be a bigger problem that would require a camera to investigate. Most of the time, they're just recommending a level one inspection. So if you have a chimney sweep, a company coming out that is promoting these level two inspections, especially if they are offering to do it for free, just know it's going to be followed by a really large proposal for repairs. So just wanted to talk through this with you so you have an understanding of what to expect should you encounter these level two inspections, whether you're on the buy side or the list side, so that hopefully you can keep both parties moving forward towards the common goal of closing on the home. And if your client does bring their own person out to do this level two inspection, and it feels like they're being sold to, you may want to consider finding a chimney sweep who is not pushing to do repairs, who can kind of give you an unbiased opinion on the findings of that inspection. So if you have questions about that or other experiences that you think might be helpful for your fellow agents, please put them in the comments below. Otherwise, as always, until next time, take care.